Coming up on Fulton Today, the opportunity for Fulton residents to clean their misdemeanor criminal past is just days away.
I'm Brian Robinson, and I'll explain how Fulton's Workforce team is providing local students with valuable career opportunities.
And later, how these young people are hoping to improve the lives of those living on the street. That and much more starts right now on Fulton Today. Welcome to Fulton Today, everybody. A number of county residents who have been living with an unresolved misdemeanor arrest could soon see that issue go away. Fulton's Solicitor General is hosting a misdemeanor record restriction summit to provide an opportunity for a clean slate for those who qualify. Deputy Solicitor Kenya Johnson joins us now to explain how all this will work. Ma'am, welcome back to Fulton Today.
Hi, Shania. Thanks for having me.
So explain to us what are misdemeanor record restrictions and why they are so important.
A misdemeanor record restriction is where someone's criminal record is cleared of misdemeanor arrest, qualifying nonviolent arrest according to Georgia law. So it's an opportunity for people to clear their criminal record of old misdemeanors.
And of the previous record restriction events that you've held, are there any stories from participants that stand out or that are memorable for you?
What a great question. There are several situations that are memorable from our previous summits, one being a grandmother that was caring for her grandchild on a fixed income because the mother couldn't care for the son, but she was trying to get benefits to support the child. Because of an old misdemeanor marijuana arrest, she was unable to receive benefits to care for that child. And there's other situations such as the senior who was unable to get into public housing because of an old arrest from the 70s. Those are the many situations and heartfelt circumstances that we experience at our summits and we help.
And this, I believe, is the 11th expungement event. What makes Veterans Day at the Temple special?
We've had many expungement events, but Veterans Day is special because we get a chance to serve those that have served us so honorably. And while this event is open to the public, there is a special emphasis on veterans, getting them back to work and putting them in positions where they can become self-sustaining and get housing and employment.
And we've also seen that the expungement events here in Fulton County have inspired others across the state. How are you all able to accomplish this?
Well, Fulton County has become a leader in these record restriction events, and they are so successful because of our partners and the support that we've received from the county management team and the commissioners. But we have been able to partner with labor unions, civic organizations, and nonprofits to spread the word, as well as to provide other services such as job fairs and housing and other key quality of life resources that actually enhance our expungement summits and make them a go-to event anytime we have one.
And the registration deadline has passed, but for those people who didn't register and they still want their records restricted, are they still encouraged to attend?
Well, the Fulton Solicitor General's office, we have a misdemeanor expungement division that is open all year round. But in regard to the summits, we always welcome walk-ins. So if someone didn't register, they are free to walk in and apply. They may not get their decision that day, but they'll receive it shortly thereafter.
All right, Deputy Solicitor Johnson, always great information. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thanks so much for having me.
Now, once again, the Veterans Day Misdemeanor Record Restriction Summit is Monday, November 11th from noon until 4 p.m. at the Temple on Peachtree Street. If you want more information, just log on to fultonrestorativejustice.org. Another member of Fulton's legal community is helping to educate the public on CBD and THC usage. Chief Magistrate Judge Cassandra Kirk and State Senator Donzella James hosted a free community workshop inside of the Juvenile Justice Center. The judge and senator, along with medical experts, discussed cannabidiol and its usefulness as a resource for people dealing with mental health and addiction.
More specifically, for those people that are suffering from neurological disorders, for those people that are suffering from diseases that have been tested to have an effectiveness from CBD, we wanted to make sure we were on the front of pushing out the information.
I'm just very excited. I'm happy that that our business owners will have an opportunity to present this on every shelf. I'm happy that the courts are looking at it to help the children and the adults who are in this, who have drug problems. So I'm just happy about this whole thing.
CBD, which stands for cannabidiol, is one of the main active ingredients of cannabis and an essential component of medical marijuana, according to Harvard Health Publishing.
I think that there's a stigma that people have against CBD since it's a marijuana product. They assume that this is psychoactive, that people are going to get stoned, that there's going to be more crime. But really, CBD is just a component of marijuana that does not have any psychoactive effects. It's not addictive, and it has a lot of positive medical properties, and we know that from research studies.
State legislators signed into law House Bill 324, better known as the HOPE Act, in April. This legislation allows private companies and universities to grow medical marijuana and give patients access to cannabis oil. The county's WorkSource Fulton team helps local businesses make high school students aware of the career opportunities available to them after turning those tassels. FGTV's Brian Robinson joins us now with more.
Shiny, the Metropolitan Atlanta Career Expo allowed those young future leaders to connect with the careers that match their strength and passion.
And our biggest thing is treat your customers as your guests.
WorkSource Fulton was just one of the over 40 local organizations and companies in attendance at the inaugural Metropolitan Atlanta Career Expo held inside the Georgia International Convention Center. Their goal? Help these young men and women fill out the necessary paperwork to begin their career path.
They can utilize our computer stations to complete applications, online applications for many of the employers that are here. A lot of them use online application process, so we do allow them to do that. They can print resumes if that's necessary.
The employers included Hartsfield-Jackson Airport, Homeland Security, local police and fire departments, and representatives from multiple corporations. The event was created so that those employers would have a way to connect with these juniors and seniors who attend schools located in South Fulton and North Clayton counties.
Our organization, through our young infancy, has realized that our corporate community is not connected as much as we'd like it to be with our young future leaders within our public school systems. And so we saw an opportunity to become the bridge between our students and our corporate partners. And as a result, we have an ecosystem that's being created for our students to have tangible touch to what opportunities exist that will ultimately lead to career pathways.
The good news is many high school students are delaying their career path until after high school graduation. According to the Georgia Department of Education, the state's graduation rate in 2012 was 69.7%. That number has risen to 82% in 2019. Though graduation comes first, these high school students enjoyed finding out what job opportunities await them in the real world.
Our generation is going to be the next big thing, I guess. So it's great that y'all trying to help us move up in the world or try to figure out what we want to do and who we want to be.
I think that is really important because some kids don't have these resources to see it outside of their daily lives. They're not going to meet a person who checks everything at the airport to make sure nothing hazardous comes in. They're not going to meet the water treatment people. So I think it's really important so that kids get out of their comfort zone and meet different people so they know what opportunities they can strive for.
With multiple opportunities to strive for, the future for these bright students will remain so even after receiving their diploma. Now, organizers say this event is the first of many to come. And if you would like more information about how WorkSource Fulton helps residents of all ages seek employment and education opportunities, you can log on to fultoncountyga.gov/WIOA-home. Reporting for FGTV, I'm Brian Robinson.
Thank you very much, Brian. Meanwhile, more business opportunities are scheduled to take off in and around the county's airport. Representatives from the Fulton County Airport and the Department of Purchasing and Contract Compliance hosted the Opportunity Information Session.
We've got over $100+ million that's going to be spent over the next 10+ years at the airport, Fulton County Airport, and What we did today was bring vendors in so that they can basically get a snapshot of all the different various scopes of work, different sizes of projects, and for the most part, how to ultimately partner with small and large and minority companies so that we can basically make a mark in the county that'll never be erased.
Now held at the Aviation Community Cultural Center, potential and existing business owners were given an overview of the county's airport visioning study. Now that study includes a new business park area along with enhancements to the taxiways, lengthening runways, and more hangars. The vision study is the first step of what eventually will be a $90 million investment.
And what we want to do is make sure that this airport is a competitive part of the economic development of Fulton County, and make sure that when companies are looking at Fulton County for possibly locating here, that the airport can handle their aircraft when they come into Fulton County.
The information session also provided an opportunity to have conversations with prime and subcontractors and learn about the county's minority and female business enterprise certification program. County employees receive a heartfelt thank you from those in charge during Customer Service Week. To kick off the festivities, a sweet treat social hour was hosted inside the government center, and inside, employees were served cake and ice cream, popcorn, and participated in some friendly competition.
We're having Sweet Treat Social Hour as a way of saying thank you to our employees for being so sweet to our customers. So it's just a little something as to say thank you for all the hard work that they do and for delivering 5-star customer service to our customers.
And for the employees who went above and beyond for Fulton County residents who are our customers, they were invited to take part in the annual Customer Service Legends Luncheon at the Aviation Community Cultural Center. And these employees were either recognized by their department manager or a customer for providing 5-star customer service.
This is special. Being able to have the opportunity to engage and serve the constituents of such a large jurisdiction. It's definitely something I don't take for granted. It energizes me and it really inspires me to master and continually self-educate myself on how to be the best court operations specialist and how to be that bridge between the average layperson to the justice system.
Commissioner Bob Ellis and County Manager Dick Anderson and various department directors were all in attendance to thank the Legends for their hard work.
Government is about delivering services, and we do that through people. And over the course of the past 3 to 4 years, we put a considerable amount of emphasis and investment of money into strengthening our service culture. And I can certainly say that after that period of time and that stretch, we definitely have seen sort of a huge shift in our culture. And it manifests itself every day in terms of the actions of our people.
After Customer Service Week was established in 1984 by the International Customer Service Association, Congress proclaimed it a national event in 1992. Good job, everybody. And coming up next on Fulton Today, one commissioner applauds the civic partners who are making a difference in our community. It's a part of our district by district coverage next. Fulton commissioners get their first of many looks at the 2020 county budget proposal and weigh in on the strategy to end HIV and AIDS in the region. Here's this week's district by district coverage. We begin with that first official special called meeting for Fulton commissioners to discuss the financial plan for next year. The county's finance team has been working with department leadership on their proposed budgets for 2020 since August, and now the board is getting a chance to see the numbers.
I think we heard a lot today, but the reality of it is there's a finite amount of money, and the demand for programs and services far exceed the amount of money that's available. So some difficult choices are going to have to be made.
I think we're largely in a place where much of the budget through previous board commitments has already been agreed to. So if you looked at the total of a $750 million budget, it's probably 95 to 98% of that's already in place. So the last 2 to 5% is really what is up for allocation.
The proposed financial plan is expected to include continued support for the Justice Reinvestment Initiative, senior services, health and behavioral health services, and a host of other mandated programs. District 4 Commissioner Natalie Hall serves as one of the special guests during the HIV Church Summit at Morehouse College. The commissioner shared what Fulton is doing to address the epidemic in the county. She also shared details about the over $600,000 budget enhancement she is requesting for 2020 to help eradicate HIV and AIDS in Fulton.
We have Morehouse School of Medicine and all of the HIV and AIDS nonprofits and health providers here, as well as many of the constituents who are concerned about HIV/AIDS in their communities and in their families. And we're here to come together for solutions.
Fulton has the highest number of newly diagnosed cases in the state.
Right now, 1 in 6 people in Georgia who have HIV are completely unaware of that. So we're trying to partner with everyone, specifically today, the faith-based community, which is a very powerful force in the South, to make sure that they're aware of HIV, understand what it's all about, so that they can help us to direct parishioners who may be positive to appropriate resources and services.
Faith-based and civic leaders wanted to discuss why the numbers are increasing across the country.
These kind of gatherings are extremely important because they remind us of our humanity and put us in touch with the depth of our vulnerability that we share with others. That's what makes us human. Our recognition that our frailty and vulnerability joins us in a collegium, in a fellowship that makes us true members of the same community.
Fulton's Board of Health team also participated in the HIV Church Summit. District 5 Commissioner Marvin Arrington Jr. says thank you to the people and organizations that help him to best serve his constituents. The commissioner hosted his annual District 5 Community Dinner and Awards event at Zoo Atlanta.
Just like Fulton County can't operate without its employees, the greater Fulton County can't operate without the work that these people do in our community. So we just wanted to have an opportunity to honor them for all that they do in their respective communities. And their respective communities make up the larger part of District 5 and the larger part of Fulton County.
It's just tremendous to be honored by such an outstanding elected official in community service such as Commissioner Marvin Arrington Jr. To be able to work with Commissioner Arrington almost on a daily basis with initiatives for District 5 and also initiatives for the state of Georgia and the citizens of Fulton County. It means a lot coming from him.
The commissioner even thanked county staffers who help provide services to residents. Even our own Taria Smith with FGTV and Fulton Films was honored. This was the 3rd annual District 5 Community Awards dinner and program. And finally, there is a new official District 6 commissioner. Commissioner Joe Karn is now on the job. The commissioner was sworn into office by Fulton Superior Court Judge Earl Glanville in the clerk to the commission's office at the Government Center.
It's an honor and a privilege to serve. I'm going to work hard. We're going to roll up our sleeves and get to serving the people. We're glad to be here.
Commissioner Karn won the special election to fill the unexpired term of the late longtime Commissioner Emma I. Darnell. Commissioner Karn will run for a full term in 2020 with other Fulton commissioners who represent even-numbered districts. Welcome aboard, sir. And still to come on Fulton Today, find out why the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention selected Fulton County to be a part of a nationwide health initiative. Stay with us. The Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, the CDC, is conducting a national health survey, and Fulton County is one of 15 counties in the country to take part. FGTV's Melissa Lewis explains.
Inside this mobile unit is where the most comprehensive survey of the health and nutritional status of the U.S. population is happening, and it is right here in Fulton County.
This is a survey that's designed to assess the health and nutrition status of people that live in the United States. We're here in Fulton County, which is one of the 15 counties that's been selected to participate in this survey this year.
Each year, 5,000 residents across the nation have the chance to participate in the National Health and Nutrition Examination Survey. The NHANES survey is conducted by the National Center for Health Statistics, which is part of the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention.
So Fulton County has been randomly selected to be part of representative of all of America. And so what we're doing is we are doing everything from taking height and weight and looking at blood pressure and doing other environmental exposures just to get a good sense of where America is with health.
From now through December 1st, about 600 county residents will be selected at random and will include all ages, races, and ethnicities. After chosen, a health interview is conducted in the respondent's home and then a health examination in one of these mobile examination centers.
When you hear the CDC says this much of the population has high blood pressure or high cholesterol, that's where all of that data comes from. So this is how we know how many people have high blood pressure or how many people in the U.S. has diabetes.
Health officials say the survey responses will provide important data on public health problems. And from that data, they will be able to best determine the proper solutions for a healthier nation of people. Reporting for FGTV, I'm Melissa Lewis.
Thank you very much, Melissa. Fulton extends its Breast Cancer Awareness Month campaign for a few weeks, and seniors get in on the fun. It was Go Pink Day at the Darnell Multi-Purpose Senior Facility. Both women and men put on their pink to support those who are survivors and to remember those who've passed away.
It's so important for us to know about breast cancer, early detection, and knowing that breast cancer does not necessarily mean it's a death sentence. It means that you can survive and thrive with breast cancer.
It's to appreciate and to award the ones that have cancer. And we do need to, everybody still need to go and have their mammogram in order to see do they have cancer. And then, because so many people have passed with that, and so many still have it.
Fulton's Board of Health offers both breast and cervical cancer screening services. Though Breast Cancer Awareness Month is typically just in October, Fulton's health professionals extended its special campaign through mid-November to highlight those very services. Meanwhile, some of Fulton's young leaders try to bring awareness and help to another vulnerable population. Members of the Fulton County Youth Commission spent their weekend shopping for homeless citizens in the community. The shopping spree was made possible thanks to a generous donation by the chair of the Youth Commission.
It's something that I love doing a lot because I know that these people really need it, and I actually started my own tutoring business to earn money to raise so we can buy more supplies, because in the past we've always run out of supplies, we've run out of hope boxes, and I always want to be able to help more people.
For the past several years, one of the group's concerns has been about the needs of the homeless population.
So this initiative was originally founded by the late great Emma Darnell. She has been a champion for homelessness for very, very long, and in 2009 we came up with this concept, and we adopted the Fulton Industrial Boulevard, and understanding the needs in that community and just up and down the entire corridor, we started to go into those areas. We believe in meeting the people where they are.
Fulton's youth commissioners represent various schools from North, Central, and South Fulton, and the group advocates on behalf of their peers on issues they deem appropriate and then make recommendations for change to the Fulton County Board of Commissioners. And still to come on Fulton Today, these residents find out if their property can be used to make Hollywood's next big movie. Stay with us. Fulton's Film Division and the city of East Point team up to bring the lights, action, and cameras of Hollywood to the area. The HJC Bowden Senior Center was the site of the Filming 101 networking and film information and listening session. The event provided residents and business owners the opportunity to learn about the filming process in East Point.
We saw a need where our film here in the city was really kind of blowing up. And we wanted to do something where we brought the community together similar to these events, but talked film. on both aspects of it. On the film professional end, when they're curious as to how do we do this here in the city, what are some of your restrictions or rules, or how do we navigate, but also on the business and residential end on how do we help them understand what's going on in their community when they see all the crazy signs around and the road closures, and also facilitate the needs of curiosity. They want to know how can they get involved, how can they participate.
Property owners also learned how to post their property as a potential location for filming. With over 40 movies and TV shows filming in Georgia alone this month, and the Fulton Films office receiving over 100 inquiries a year about filming in and around county-owned buildings, there's multiple opportunities to get in on the state's booming film industry.
I love to see the community come together, and you got people from different walks of life all wanting to make a difference in the communities in which we live and work, and so it's just been great. I've met a few people that I definitely want to follow up with and do business with in the future.
I see filming all around the city, and it's really exciting to see that. And then to meet people in the community that we don't often get together because we're all kind of doing our own thing, so this is a great opportunity.
Filming 101 occurs on a quarterly basis and is free to attend. This is the first time Fulton Films Division partnered with the City of East Point to host the event. And finally, one county library receives major kudos from a well-known local publication. The Metropolitan Library branch was voted Best Library in Creative Loafing's 2019 Best of Atlanta Awards. The library was the top choice among the panel of critics who were asked to participate in this year's Best of vote.
Which is very exciting for us. Number one, because it was chosen by the critics, which we hope has a more discerning eye, and we're excited also because we're just in such great company. Last year's award winner was the Jimmy Carter Presidential Library, before that the Decatur Library, and all beautiful spaces and beautiful services that people need in the community are provided in these locations. So we're just happy to be in good company.
The Metropolitan Library first opened in October of 2015 and was part of Phase 1 of the library building program. Now, the branch is a 25,000 square foot facility located at 1332 Metropolitan Parkway. You can call the library at 404-613-5722 to learn about the year-round events hosted there. Creative Loafing has been presenting the city's best people, places, and events since 1972. It's a beautiful branch that used to be the location of a very historic church. Before we go, our reminder that FGTV wants to connect with you online. Be sure to follow FGTV on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram for up-to-date Fulton County news, and you can watch a replay of this show and any other FGTV program anytime on our YouTube channel, so please subscribe. Well, that does it for this edition of Fulton Today. I'm Shania Chavis. Thank you so much for watching. Join us each week for news around and about Fulton County.